KTN.
Now, the growing use of technology by corrupt individuals is emerging as one of the biggest challenges in the fight against corruption across Africa. Anti-corruption leaders meeting in Nairobi says tracking stolen assets and illicit financial flows has become increasingly difficult, prompting the launch of a new continental research center to help governments stay ahead in evolving corruption trends. Grace Nganga reports.
Corruption in Africa is increasingly crossing borders, with illicit funds now moving through shell companies, digital platforms and complex money laundering networks that are difficult for authorities to track. Speaking at the 8th Annual General Assembly of the Association of African Anti-Corruption Authorities, Attorney General Dorcas Oduor, representing President William Ruto, said corruption continues to drain public resources through procurement fraud, tax evasion, and illicit financial flows.
The uptake of technology is very high, but the response to technology is very expensive. No country can do it alone, and no country can do it without research. And for that reason, this center is going to develop data, come up with typologies. Because of the instability of most countries in Africa, you find that people who are involved in corruption would rather stash their monies or invest elsewhere in Africa, in which case Africa is still not benefiting.
The concern comes at a time when Africa continues to lose an estimated $88.6 billion every year through illicit financial flows. According to the United Nations, funds that could otherwise support development across the continent. EACC has previously estimated that Kenya loses about 608 billion shillings per year to corruption, roughly 1.6 billion shillings to 2 billion shillings per day.
A big percentage, could even be more than 10%. Of the monies that are meant for development in the whole of Africa is lost to corruption and also to illicit financial flows.
It's very difficult for us to know whether monies has been put aside that some people are going to exploit unless you can actually try and dig that out.
It is against this backdrop that African anti-corruption agencies have launched the African Anti-Corruption Studies and Research Center in Nairobi.
So we cannot afford to sleep ourselves. Let us try and trace their networks, their collaborations through careful research and study. So graft is becoming more and more difficult to deal with the systems that we have used in the past. And so we must together innovate using new technology like artificial intelligence, blockchain.
With Africa losing tens of billions of dollars annually through corruption and illicit financial flows, leaders are betting on research, innovation and collaboration to shift the fight from reaction to prevention. As corruption networks become increasingly sophisticated and technology-driven, African leaders are hopeful that this newly researched center is going to help tame it. Grace Nganga, KTN, Nairobi.
Now, a post-mortem